Yes, respected youngsters, welcome. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you, submissions to you, wishes and prayers. That such a beautiful sequence of studying our great Shastras and updating ourselves. We are doing, may it continue. Let nothing stop us. Wherever we are, tired and exhausted, never mind. Have a little break or rest, but come back. Right? Let us do our seven things today, also like every day. Common sense thought, Sankalpa, Sahana Bhavatu, Vedic chanting, Geetha, Upanishad chanting, learning, and our last one, Sri Ramacharita Sundara Kanda, learning from Hanumanji's Jivana, how to Narayana succeed in life. Right? Now, in today's common sense thought, few things only. What is it? Be relaxed always in life. Okay. But if that relaxation is justified for laziness, then we are the most worst enemy to ourselves. In that case, instead of relaxed, it is very good, it is better to be worried, to be tensed up, to be anxious. I know as much tension, worry, anxiety called chinta in Sanskrit we have, that is million times better than on the name of being nischinta. On the name of being worryless, we become goalless and effortless and meaningless and useless. Every time there should be chinta in you, worry, but you should have the common sense to convert that chinta into inspiration and awaken the sleeping lion from within you to work towards that goal. Like Arjuna, he was also in the Chinta, Gita, mein. But from Chinta, he could awaken the seeker in him and then surrender to Krishna. He could awaken devotee in him and surrender to Krishna. And from Krishna, he has heard entire that great knowledge. He used, then he fought that war, he became successful. He used that Gita Jnanam for his mukti later on. All of that happened because he was Chintagrasta in the first chapter. But he is not like us that Chinta or the worry. He made it to, he misused it to become more and more weak and useless. So we should understand the difference between relaxation, restlessness, and anxiety to have goals and achieve. Isn't it? I give you two, three examples like Arogya Chinta. If somebody is always in disease, it is a चिंता to that person कि क्या है ये हमेशा दुखी हूँ मैं. So that चिंता can make him more diseased and worried and he may even die. But same चिंता that I am diseased is converted by him into the inspiration that why should I be diseased? Where am I going wrong? What is the best I can do? I may not come out of all the disease 100%, but at least the effect of it I can reduce. The suffering I can reduce. Let me go to doctor. Let me go to the therapists. Let me go to the dietitian. Let me collect data from them. Let me work upon myself. So the 100% disease मेरा 70% हुआ 30 कम हो गया. To that extent, the pain is released. No, dukkha. Isn't it? That is an achievement. This is how, from the chinta, he has got inspiration. He worked on it. He started growing in life. The other example is being in poverty, no money. So one chinta is about paise nahi, paise nahi. Most of the Indians, middle class, lower middle class, always in this chinta. For anything, there is no money, no money, worry, worry. So rote raho zindagi bhar, chinta. That is one way. The other is what? From that chinta, you start doing chintana. So then what? What to do? Why should I be in poverty? Which are the already existing talents in me? Isn't it? New talents, what I can learn, how many days I need. Then what? Let me start working in small little place. At least stand on my feet, have my livelihood. Then improve more skills, work more, then increase my bank balance. Then earlier I was in poverty suffering. Now I myself am able to support to few people. See that achievement? Chinta converted into inspiration through right thinking. In the same way, the third example, I am all alone. Nobody comes to me, nobody talks. चिंता अगर ऐसे ऐसे रहो मर जाओ एक दिन. Many people do that. But some wise people think, why I am alone? Why people don't befriend me, love me? What are the negativities in me? Let me remove. What are the good qualities if I have? People are with me, they love me, they invite me. Let me calculate. Let me be helpful to them. Let me serve them. So they also will reciprocate. So he becomes a good person with a good social life of many friends. From the chinta, he has used that as a chintana and he worked on it, he became. तुम लोग भी अपने पढ़ाई का चिंता पास नहीं हो रहे तो why do you do chinta? Do the chintana. From the chinta, do chintana. Or chinta is required. Otherwise, you become lazy. You become extremely arrogantly lazy. That was my ऐसा ही जीऊंगा like a buffalo. I will not improve at all. That nischintata leading to laziness, leading to make us very, very liability is very, very bad thing. You know, if the chinta was not there, that India has to get freedom and thousands have not sacrificed their life, do you think we'd have got the freedom? If the chinta of that pandemic was not there, could we create so much of vaccine and save ourselves? If our present government को अब चिंता नहीं होता so such a development which never happened in so many hundreds of years, in 10 years they have done and shown. होता है क्या वो? निरंतर चिंता में रहना एक प्रधानमंत्री मुख्यमंत्री को माई स्टेट एंड कंट्री हाउ आई कैन डेवलप निरंतर चिंता होना है टू द फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री टू ब्रिंग द फाइनेंशियल पोजिशन टू बेटर निरंतर द डिफेंस को चिंता होना है हाउ टू प्रोटेक्ट द बॉर्डर स्टॉप द इन्फिल्ट्रेशन निरंतर चिंता होना है वो मिनिस्ट्री को हाउ टू ब्रिंग दैट पीस एंड coordination cord in the society. A business community do the chinta, how the country can be helped through babies. All the doctors, thousands, lakhs of them India, उनका चिंता होना है कैसे मेरे देश को बीमारी में मुक्त करे. If they all lakhs of doctors plan and come together plan, can't they have all preventive measures to avoid all the diseases and deaths? दे आर लेजी हमको कोई पैसे दे तो काफ़ी है और हम पैसों के लिए हमारे ये वैद्य वृत्ति को बेचेंगे if that is the way then the country will always have diseases so to the education and institutions if they all have the chinta the lakhs and lakhs of schools colleges that the children are with us for 15 years 8 hours per day so let us create a patriotic person in them let us create a sanatana dharma bhakta in them let us create a person of values in them along with academic education if this chinta and chintana is there in education system so every year from thousands of college जितने बच्चे बाहर आ रहे हैं how cute how beautiful how productive they will be you know नहीं करोगे चिंता और भी लगे पाकिस्तान only on the name of God do nothing except creating terrorism विचित्र है ना वो देश education system should think everybody the swamis like us should think our chinta is what how to bring this shastra jnana to the masses so that they know how to live life and what for I have that see that's why I conduct 10 classes per day from last one lot of years what I can do no, I do that time what I will do I do that you understood so need of chinta worry anxiety but converting it to the chintana from that waking up the sleeping lion from within then in whatever the field we want to excel for ourselves or the world let us do the best मेरा है अपना आध्यात्मिक what is my chinta last life also I was bound this life also right from birth onwards I never did sadhana Last 20 years I have not done, 10 years not done, 5 years not done. पिछले साल भी मैं ऐसा था. Last month also I was like that, and today the new month started October 1, 2024. Whole September I wasted. So that means the new month also I am going to waste without doing sadhana. So that next year also go waste, means his whole life will be wasted, means next life also will be equally useless fellow like this one, with all my ignorance, with all my vasanas, with all my attachment, with all my worldliness, without any Guru Bhakti, any Desha Bhakti, any Dharma Bhakti, any Bhagavad Bhakti, any of the sadhanas. Is this the way? I have to be worried. Out of that worry, the lion should wake up from me. Then I will start planning. Next life of mine should be great. For that, at the time of my death, I should be great. For that, next 15 years, I have to work hard. For that, next 5 years. For that, next year. For next 1 year. For that, next whole month, I have to work. Whole October. For that, today I have to work. For that, right now. At this moment, when I conquer the moment in doing what is to be done, then I will always be achieving great things in my life. Same way for you. You have to think. ना कंप्यूटर का नॉलेज है, ना इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज का नॉलेज है, ना द सोशल वर्ल्ड्स नॉलेज इज देयर, नॉट द नॉलेज ऑफ द नेशन एंड कल्चर. ऐसे जिंदगी जियोगे क्या? शर्म नहीं आता? ये मैं नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, खुद को पूछना. And struggling for getting a small little even job, how can you be so useless that nobody wants you or selects you? You have all the inner potentiality. You work for it. You develop yourself. Wake up the sleeping lion and make the frustrated fellow sleep. उसको kick out of your house of the mind. मन नामक घर से वो जो रोने वाला गधे को भगा दो और जो उत्साह प्रेरित है उसको जगा दो. You have to do that. But first to be worried. You are not educated well, you are not getting good job. You worry, but don't allow the worry to consume you. From that worry, like Arjuna and all, bring out the inspired personality. Then think what to do. Ask others. Then keep doing, keep growing. See, knowing and doing is the things we have to achieve. Know what to do and do what's known. Thereafter, sky is the limit. And the time is endless. दिस ईयर नहीं तो अगले साल है, तो अब करना शुरू किया मैंने तो मैं ग्रो करता ही रहूंगा. इट मे बी स्लो, isn't it? If I don't know and don't do, I'll be like a stone only, because stones do not know, stones do not do anything. But the one who knows and does, he can convert a stone also into Bhagavan's murti, and he can worship that stone murti, and from that he can invoke even God. If he knows how to invoke God even from that murti. I बात समझ में? मूर्ति से हमें भगवान को निकालना है, पत्थर से, नॉट भगवत रूपी अपने आप को पत्थर बनाना है. थिंक अबाउट इट बेटा. आज इतना काफी है. ओम परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहाससन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्पराणां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शान्ति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थमस्मिन् सनातनधर्मे कङ्कणमध्य अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थमनेक अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित तत्पर दिव्य विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवद्भक्ति देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा सनातन धर्म धर्म देशभक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणम वेद पारायणम श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अष्टादशोध्याय अध्ययनम श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद पारायण अध्ययनम श्री रामचरितमानस अंतर्गत सुंदरकांड पारायण अध्ययन द्वारा विजय रहस्यानाम अवगति वयं सर्वे मोक्षार्थम जन्म साफल्यार्थम भारतवर्षार्थम सनातन धर्मार्थम विश्व कल्याणार्थम करिष्यामहे. धन संकल्प. नौ शांति मंत्रास. ओम 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 सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Now the Vedic chanting, maybe few Anuvakas we'll see today. Om Ata Shri Veda Parayanam Rugvedah Pratama Mandalam Adha Shashti Adhika Ekashata Anuvakat Arabhya. Okay, how many we can do? 1, 2. Orne. 3. More than that we can't. 160 onwards I am chanting beta सुन लो 161 onwards 160 कल हो गया 161 ओम किमु श्रेष्ठः किं यविष्टो न आजगन् किमीयते धोत्यं कद्यदूचिम न निन्दिमचमसंयो महा कुलोग्ने भ्रातर्द्रुण इद्भूतिमुदिम एकं चमसं चतुरः कृणोत नद्वो देवा अब्रुवन्तद्व आगमम् सौधन्वनायद्येवा करिष्यथ साकं देवैर्यज्ञियासो भविष्यत अग्निं धूतं प्रति यदब्रवीतनाश्व कर्त्वोरथ उतेह कर्त्वः धेनुः कर्त्वा युवशा कर्त्वा द्वा तानि भ्रातरनुवः कृत्वेमसि चक्रुवांसरुभवस्तदपृच्छतः क्वेदभूद्यस्य दूतो न आजगन् यदा वाक्यच्चमसाञ्चतुर कृतनादित्वष्टाज्ञास्वन्तर्ज्ञानजे हनामयिनागम् इति त्वष्टा यदब्रवीच्चमसंये देवपानमनिन्दिषुः अन्यानामानि कृण्वते सुते स चागम् अन्यैरेनान् कन्या नाम विस्मरतु इन्द्रो हरियुजे अश्विनारथं बृहस्पतिर्विश्वरूपामुपाजत ऋभुर्विभ्वावाचो देवा अगच्छत स्वपसो यज्ञियं भागमैतन निश्चर्मणो गामरिणीत धीतिभिर्याचरन्त युवशाता कृणोतन सौधन्वना अश्वादश्वमतक्षत युक्त्वा रथमुपदेवा अयातन इदमुदकं पिबतेत्यब्रवीत नेदं वाघा पिबता मुञ्जने जनं सौधन्वनायदि तन्नेव हर्यथ तृतीये घासवने मादयाध्वै आपो भूयिष्ठा इत्येको अब्रवीदग्निर्भूयिष्ठ इत्यन्यो अब्रवीत् वदर्यन्तीं बहुभ्यः प्रैको अब्रवीद्धृता वदन्तश्चमसा अविंशत श्रोणामेक उदगं गामवाजति मांसमेकः पिंशति सूनयाभृतम् आनिमृचः शकृदेको अपाभरत् किम् स्वित्पुत्रेभ्यः पितरा उपावतुः उद्वत्स्वस्मा अकृणोतना तृणं निवत्स्वपः स्वपन्यसा नरः आगोह्यस्य यदसस्तन गृहे तदद्येदम वृषभुवो नानुगच्छत सम्मील्य यद्भुवन पर्यसर्पतक्व स्वित्तात्या पितरा वा असतुः अशपतय करस्नं व आधदेय प्राब्रवीत् प्रोतस्मा अब्रवीतन सुषुप्वां सह रुभवस्तदपृच्छता गोह्यक इदन्नो अबूबुदतु श्वानं वस्तो बोधयितारमब्रवीत् संवत्सर इदमद्याव्यख्यत दिवायान्ति मरुतो भूम्याग्निरयं वातो अन्तरिक्षेण याते अद्भिर्याति वरुण समुद्रैर्युष्मागम् इच्छन्त शवसो न पातः मानो 162 मानो मित्रो वरुणो अर्यमायुरिन्द्रबुभुक्षा मरुतः परिख्यन्न यद्वाजिनो देवजातस्य सप्तेः प्रवक्ष्यामो विदते वीर्याणि यन्निर्निजारेक्नसा प्रावृतस्य रातिं गृभीतां मुखतो नयन्ते सुप्राजजो मेऽम्यद्विश्वरूप इन्द्रापूष्णोः प्रियमप्येति पातः एषच्छागः पुरो अश्वेन वाजिना पूष्णो भागो नीयते विश्वदेव्यः अभिप्रियं यत्पुरोडाशमर्वता त्वष्टेदेनं सौश्रवसाय जिन्वति यद्धविश्यं ऋतुषो देवयानं त्रिर्मानुषाः पर्यश्वं नयन्ते अत्राभूष्णः प्रथमो भाग एति यज्ञं देवेभ्यः प्रतिवेदयन्नजः होताध्वर्युरावया अग्निमिन्द्रो ग्रावग्राव उतशंस्तासु विप्रः तेन यज्ञेन स्वरं कृतेन शिष्टेन वृक्षणा आपृणध्वम् यूपप्रस्काउतये यूप वाहाश्चशालं ये अश्वयूपाय तक्षते ये चार्वते पचनं संभरन्त्युतो तेषामभिकूर्तिर्न इन्वतु उपप्रागात् सुमन्मेधा हिमन्व देवानामाशा उपवीतपृष्ठः अन्वेनं विप्रारुषयो मदन्ति देवानां पुष्टे चक्रुमा सुबन्धुं यद्वाजिनो दाम सन्दानमर्वतोया शीर्षण्यारशनारज्जुरस्य यद्वाघास्य प्रभृतमास्ये तृणं सर्वाता ते अपि देवेष्वन्तो यदश्वस्य क्रविशो मक्षिकाशयद्वास्वरौ स्वदितौ रिक्तमस्ते यद्धस्तयोः शमितुर्यन्नखेषु सर्वाता ते अपि देवेष्वन्तु यदुवध्यमुदरस्यापवाति य आमस्य क्रविशो ग्रन्थो अस्ति सुहृदा तच्च मितार कृण्वन्तु तमेधं श्रुतपाकं पचन्तो यत्ते गात्रादग्निना पच्यमानाधवि शूलं निहतस्यावधावते मा तद्भूम्यामाश्रिषन्मातृणेषु देवेभ्यस्तदुषद्भ्यो रातमस्तु ये वाजिनं परिवश्यन्ति भक्वं य ईमाहुः सुरभिर्निर्हरेते ये चार्वतो मांसभिक्षामुपासत उतो तेषामभिगूर्तिर्न इन्वतु यन्नीक्षणं मागं स्वचन्या उखायाया पात्राणि युष्ण असे आसेचनानि ऊष्मण्यापि दाना च ऋणामङ्काः सूनाः परिभूषन्त्यश्वं निक्रमणं निषदनं विवर्तनं यच्च षड्भिष यच्च पड्भिषमर्वदः यच्च पपौ यच्च घासिं जगास सर्वा ताते अपि देवेष्वन्तो मा त्वाग्निर्ध्वनयिद्धूमगन्धिर्मोखा भ्राजन्त्यभिविक्तजगृः इष्टं वीतमभिमूर्तं वषट्कृतं तं देवास प्रति गृह्णन्त्यश्वम् यदश्वायवास उपस्तृणन्त्यधीवासं या हिरण्यान्यस्मै सन्दानमर्वन्तं षड्भीषं प्रिया देवेश्वायामयन्ते यत्ते साधे महसा शूकृतस्य पार्ष्ण्या वाकषया वा तुतोद शुचेवता हविषो अध्वरेषु सर्वा ताते ब्रह्मणा सूदयामि चतुस्त्रिंशद्वाजिनो देवबन्धोर्वङ्क्रीरश्वस्य स्वदितिः समेति अच्छिद्रागात्रा वयुना कृणोत परुष्परुरनु भुष्याविशन्तस्तः एकस्त्वष्टुरश्वस्याविशस्ता द्वायन्तारा भवतस्तत ऋतुः या ते गात्राणां ऋतुथा कृणोमि ताता पिण्डानां प्रजुहोम्यग्नौ मा त्वा तपत्प्रिय आत्मा पियन्तं मा स्वदितिस्तन्व आतिष्ठिपत्ते मा ते घृत्नुरविश्रस्तातिहाय चित्रागात्राण्यसिना मिथूकः नवाहु एतस्म्रियन्से नरिष्यसि देवा इदेषि पतिभिः सुगेभिः हरिते युञ्जावृषति अभूतामुपस्ताद्वाजी धुरि रासवस्य सुगव्यं नो वाजी स्वश्वं पुंसः पुत्रा उत विश्वा पुषन् रयिं विश्वा पुषं रयिम् अनागास्त्वं नो अदितिः कृणोतु क्षत्रन्नो अश्वो वसतां हविष्मान् ओम शांति शांति शांति. Thank you. Yes, friends, Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter. Arjuna's Prashna we have seen. Today we will see Bhagavan Krishna's answer. Very important topics. Not only to the questions of Arjuna, Bhagavan will give answer. He'll also answer the other things like the essence of entire Gita, essence of the entire Shastras, essence of what is to be done and what is to be achieved. More so, what he started in the 17th chapter, the three gunas, their influence, creating three types of Shraddha. Anna, Yajna, Dana, Tapa. These four we have seen. Anna means Ahar. Here also 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7 things. They can be done by us. Satvika Rupena, Rajasika Rupena, Tamasika Rupena. All this colossal, beautiful wisdom is given in this last final chapter of Bhagavad Gita. है ना? अब आपको तो एक आइडिया आया होगा व्हाट गीता का. नो, इट इज योर इंटरेस्ट. हाउ मच इंटरेस्ट you will show, how much you study, you understand, you practice, you get benefit out of it. For everything, the efforts are required, the sacrifices are required. If you are ready, you are the one, the first beneficiary. And when you grow, you can guide others, taking you as an example, others also. When Gita, the Shastras, they become prachura, mean they become famous. People can take the help of Gita ji for their own evolution. Correct? Now let us do the chanting of first mantra twice, second mantra 4 times of this 18th chapter, and then let us see the meaning of the second shloka. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीगीता शरणं मम, श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम. ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः मोक्षसन्न्यासयोगः. अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासस्य महाबाहो तत्त्वमिच्छामि वेदितुं त्यागस्य च ऋषिकेश पृथक् केशिनिषूदन. सन्न्यासस्य महाबाहो तत्त्वमिच्छामि वेदितुं त्यागस्य च ऋषिकेश पृथक् केशिनिषूदन. Done. Second shloka 4 times together. श्रीभगवानुवाच श्रीभगवानुवाच काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः. काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः. काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः. काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः. एक और बार. काम्यानां कर्मणां न्यासं सन्न्यासं कवयो विदुः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं प्राहुस्त्यागं विचक्षणाः. Now today I will just tell you something too heavy which you will not catch. Okay. What it is our Shastras and our Gurus at the highest level, they are from that standpoint they see, and then they guide us for our own evolution. Therefore, from their side and what they do, there is no doubt at all. Point one. Point two, now it is from our side. Always it is from our side that we have to create that interest and inspiration. First of all, to be in communication or contact or touch with that great guides, the teacher, the preceptors. And through them, we have to slowly enter into the Shastra. In that Shastra entry also, there are so many. One is what they tell us, especially the Shastras like Gita. Every word meaning we have to catch. Every sentence meaning we have to catch. Every total shloka meaning we have to catch as taught by them first of all. Then from that, what we got, what is required for me, how I have to implement it, what benefits I get out of it. Is it required or not? In this way, we have to do that deep inner inquiry or research. If that is done from the Shastras, such a great guidance required for our life's evolution is available to us. Having got that Siddhanta Jnana, again you can't stop. You have to keep on working, practicing, practicing. Then only the evolution happens. And if we are totally lost only in the world and worldly things and never are ready for this evolutionary path, who can do anything for us? How can anybody help us? And it is always an evolution, it's a slow, steady process. That too, when we continuously work. So that infinite love for this life, infinite patience, infinite the strength and stamina, infinite self confidence, infinite means never ending. Have to be there, has to be there with us. And even for someone to become an IS officer, to serve an IS officer successfully till retires, how great effort and how great sacrifice it is. एक वर्ल्डली अचीवमेंट है वो, नॉट ए मीन वन, ग्रेट वन. बट कितना उनको कहना पड़कर देखो, नॉट ओनली ही, इवन ए पर्सन हु इज एलडीसी यूडीसी इन ऑफिस, कोई भी चीज ना बिना मेहनत का नहीं होता, बिना डेडिकेशन डिवोशन का नहीं होता. विदाउट यू लव इट, विदाउट यू हैव पेशेंस, विदाउट यू हैविंग द नॉलेज ऑफ इट, you will not be achieving anything. So that kida in the mind, that I want the things, but I have to do, I don't want to do anything, that we have to replace. That I will do everything and achieve great things and offer them to the world and the God. To that mindset we have to come to. It's all in the mind and mindset. If we make our mindset of only sleep, 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 we will be good for nothing, we will become stone and buffalo. If we make our mindset that I only have to enjoy, 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 you will be of that useless fellow only. If you make your mindset, no, I have to work and earn, then you will be like that. I have to work and serve the world, you will be like that. I have to work for the Lord, then you will be becoming like that. If you mold your mind to these type of great knowledges, then you will be in a different strata. You are in different, what do you call, orbit altogether. Like, each of the planets are moving in their own orbit. Different orbit mein hum log. In the same way, here, there in the world also, there are orbits. The orbits of criminals. Only criminals घूमते हैं वहाँ. The orbits of lazy fellows, the orbit of the selfish fellows. Orbit kaho ya zone kaho, whatever you call it. There are also orbits of contributors, orbits of politicians, orbit. So orbit of the evolving people. Come to that orbit. Come to that track. Come to that way of living, way of thinking. Choice is yours. It's a great achievement, not a mean one. Like through the study of Gita, which is very tough, and understanding it. Some principles learned when we practice and see the benefit of it, and from that standpoint, look back how we were when we never studied Gita. Such a great difference. That should inspire us. This is how a human being is supposed to evolve beautifully, spiritually, quickly, and even give that helping hand to make others also evolve. On the other hand, the opposite, I myself destroy myself with rajoguna of bhoga and tamoguna of laziness, and then pull everyone also. चल रहे यार, एंजॉय करते हैं, बाद में थक जाते हैं, सो जाते हैं. Then enjoy करते हैं पशु, थक जाते, सो जाते हैं stone. So from the human we are going back to animal and stone level. Think what do you want to achieve. Correct? Think. Now the most sacred, complete 18th chapter, first sloka, Arjuna addressed Bhagavan with 3 words, which I explained 2 days. 3 of the nominatives. What were they? Mahabaho, Hrishikesha, Keshi Nishudana. Sannyasasya Mahabaho, Tattvamichhami Veditum, Tyagasya cha Hrishikesha, Prataka, Keshi Nishudana. So, he Mahabaho, he Hrishikesha, he Keshi Nishudana, Ichhami, Veditum Ichhami, Tattvam Veditu Ichhami. पृथक् तत्त्वं वेदितुम् इच्छामि. Of what? Sannyasasya Tyagasya. What is sannyasa in its essence? What is tyaga in its essence? In their distinct, crystal clear definitions, understandings, I want to know from you. So Arjuna being an army man, soldier, na, they can't afford being in ambiguity. They want the direct orders. है ना? आर्मी में ये ट्रेनिंग होता है कि you can't tell the soldiers, a whole soldier group is standing and the commander is saying, बेटा तुम लोग इतने अच्छे हो, मैं तुमको प्यार करता हूँ, इसलिए तुमको कहाँ जाना है, जहाँ चाहते हो उधर चले जाओ. You cannot tell. He'll have to say first stand at ease, then it all stand at ease. Then attention, attention. Then he gives instruction. Then exactly what instruction gives. Thine mut, take right, means right turn. He'll have to right turn only. Every one of them. Left turn, you have to by mut. Then up, what is called? About turn. That's called as piche mut. Then forward march. Aage bad. That command they listen and ruthlessly they do it. So Arjuna says to Lord, I want to do the tyaga of this kingdom to Duryodhanadi, and I want to take sannyasa and sit in some place and do meditation. And you are putting me to fight the war and get the kingdom and involve in it. Why are you stopping me to do the tyaga and sannyasa? Is it that I am misunderstanding the meaning of tyaga and sannyasa? If yes, what is the correct meaning of sannyasa and tyaga? Is that sannyasa tyaga means leaving the place where we stay or leaving the thing which we have to do? What exactly is sannyasa? What exactly is sannyasa? Tyaga. So in दोनों का ना तत्वम वेदितुम इच्छामि पृथक अलग अलग मीन्स स्पष्ट रूपेण. सो संन्यासस्य तत्वं वेदितुम इच्छामि, त्यागस्य च तत्वं वेदितुम इच्छामि. पृथक. हे केशिनिषूदन, हे ऋषिकेश, हे महाबाहो. So all that I explained therefore tomorrow, yesterday, I will not touch that. It's over. Now Bhagavan, as unambiguous was Arjuna's question, so unambiguous clear is Bhagavan's answer. In the next shloka, number 2, he says directly, दो लाइन में दो जवाब. Very important, very categorical, very clear, very unambiguous. पकड़ में आया ना तुम लोगों को, मेरे को भी, we are all lucky fellows. भगवान says, काम्यानाम कर्मणाम न्यासम संन्यासम कवयः विदुः. All the anubhavi jnanis, they are called kavi. Viduhu, they know it and they said, what? This as the definition and doing of sannyas. This as the definition, this as the doing of sannyas. What is it? Kamyanam karmanam nyasa. That's what. Kamyanam karmanam nyasa means nyasa means always the meaning is giving up. Therefore, what is to be given up so that it is called as sannyasa? That you give up everything and go and do nothing and become a lazy fellow. No, no, no. Very clear. Kamyanam karmanam nyasa means the kamya karma nyasa means giving up of the kamya karma is sannyasa. Giving up the desire prompted activity is sannyas. काम्य कर्म का त्याग संन्यास कहते हैं. Clear now? Now why I do the yajnas, why I do the upasanas? So that I get in this world all the bhoga, that is my kamana. So that I get a better world the next one, that is also kamana. So the one who has no kamana, therefore the one who doesn't need to do those karma which fulfill that kamana, now he is called as sannyasi. Because कामना नहीं है, कामना फुलफिल करने वाला कर्म नहीं करेगा वो. Therefore, काम्य कर्म त्याग और न्यास और giving up is called as sannyas. So, काम्यानाम कर्मणाम न्यासम संन्यासम कवयः विदु. एक explanation हो गया. So, in our life, in our mind, there is no kamana, therefore there is no kamana prompted karma. But does it mean that he is dead? No, he is alive. He can be alive. हमको यही रोग होता है, डिसीज, कि विदाउट कामना एंड विदाउट वर्किंग टू फुलफिल कामना वी कैन नॉट लिव. No, 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 it is possible. And that's the highest stage. That is called the moksha sthiti. That is what is taught in the 18th chapter. That is the ultimate thing which you and I have to reach. And as I told you yesterday very strongly, 18th chapter, I am not going to compromise for your sake. What is the highest meaning of it? That only I speak. For you, the youngsters, I'll not talk. I'll talk only for you as a seekers like Arjuna. You and my mind should give up all the kamya karma. That's called sannyas. Now, what is the logic behind it? We must know it now. The logic behind it is ki the kamana to fulfill which when we do karma, the karma gives that kama phala, that karma phala. Then when we involve in that karma phala, what happens? The desires and vasanas for that object will grow more and more. Then those desires will come more and more. Then our whole work life will be to fulfill those desires. In that way, the number of desires will grow, the abilities to fulfill them get reduced, the resources. When the resources are less, desires are more, there is always chance that we give up the righteous way of dharma, we start living a wrong, unrighteous way of adharma and papa. And that will take us to Naraka, take us to the jail, take us to the insults by the world, take us to all the miseries. One thing. Second, even if that is not the case, any kamana which you fulfill through karma, it is again ending. Again, you are back to zero level only. Then, how long you do like that? Third point. If there were to be no permanent result, having gained which nothing more remains to be gained, then out of compulsion and no alternative, we would have lived like this only. Chalo beta, kamana karo, karma karo, kamana ko pao. But there is a state of Paramatma Prapti where once you reach it, it is so complete and infinite that there are no kamanas. Therefore, there is no kama karma required. So there are two things. When we reach Paramatma because he is infinite, there are no kamanas there. Therefore, there is no kama karma. That is called as goal. Means is what? To reach to that Paramatma who is inside us, we have to become introverted. To become introverted, we have to stop being extroverted. And what is pushing us to be extroverted? All our kamanas. Therefore, when I give up kamana, when I give up kamya karma, then I am not running into the world outside. My mind is calm and quiet. With that, the inner Paramatma I gain. When I gain him, he being infinite, there is no need of kamana, there is no need of karma. Therefore, sadhana rupi sannyasa, siddhi rupi sannyasa. In the sadhana rupi sannyasa, consciously I give up kamana and kamya karma, desire prompted activity, so that I can travel inside. When I travel inside and reach the self, that being infinite, there is no desire, there is no work to fulfill the desire. That is the siddhi rupi sannyasa. But in both cases, the sannyasa has to be practiced. What is sannyasa? Kamya karma nyasa. Desire prompted activity is given up. Further, desire has to be given up. Now, I gave you the data. As I told you, now you have to contemplate on that. All data is given. You know? Why we are 24 hours running in the world? To achieve some kamanas. Where from they are from our own vasanas. Where from this किसी न किसी जन्म में हम इसी में फंसते जा रहे हैं, फंसते जा रहे हैं. Is there any one desire having fulfilled which we said, I am contented, I don't want that or I don't want anything else. Instead of that, every desire fulfillment creates more desires. Like you go to a hotel, order one thing. You eat it, then you don't stop. You ask the bearer, इसके अलावा और कुछ है क्या? That is the nature of the mind because you tasted it, no? Either you ask for it to be repeated or you say और क्या है बताओ. Now he tells all the 20 things. You eat all of them. You come out of the hotel. Now, do you think you stop there? You say, Acha, in this town, such a good hotel is there. Is it the only hotel or is there any? Let me think. Let me go and search. होता है कि नहीं मन में? Then all hotels you have finished, let us say. Then you say, अच्छा इस शहर के होटल हो गए, अब let me go to other शहर. Then let me go to the state capital, national capital. हो गया, अब ना let me go to the other country hotel. How that will never end only. Anything you take, I give you example of eating, any other entertainment. है ना? This channel, one program. How many programs are there this channel? अच्छा इसमें इतने हैं, चल दूसरी के channel में और क्या है? Isn't it? Desires multiply. Remember it. They destroy us. Both ways I said. The desires multiply and they destroy outside us. Second, they block our spiritual unfoldment. Therefore, for stopping our own destruction and for our spiritual unfoldment, we have to do the sannyasa. By the way, what is the tattva jnana about sannyasa? What is the meaning of sannyasa? Kamya karma tyag. कर्म त्याग नहीं कहा, काम्य कर्म त्याग. काम्यानाम कर्मणाम त्याग. काम्यानाम कर्मणाम न्यासम sannyasam. Okay, now in the third chapter discussion, we told you there are four karmas: निषिद्ध कर्म, काम्य कर्म, नित्य नैमित्तिक. निषिद्ध कर्म तो कभी करना ही नहीं चाहिए, छोड़ दिया. अब काम्य कर्म छोड़ दिया, that is called as sannyasa. What about nitya naimitya karma? They have to be done. When we do them, any phala comes out of it. When you don't take that phala, that is called tyaga. Sarva karma phala tyagam प्राहुः त्यागम विचक्षणा. So this topic I'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, एक तो बताया ना, दूसरा कल. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अतः श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीयोपनिषत् द्वितीय ब्रह्मानंद वल्ली शांति मंत्रः. ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. So Gita is done. I am jumping into Upanishad. In the Upanishad, yesterday we were told a complete ananda of one human being. Then 100 times more than that of that one human being ananda, which is one unit, is the ananda of the next these beings. 100 times then is the next. Istara up to Brahmadeva ananda we are told. Then we are told that the Brahmadeva ananda in Brahmaloka is like a splash of water compared to the ocean of the water. And oceanic water is Parabrahma Ananda. Brahma Deva is different from Parabrahma. Brahma Deva is the Lord of one Brahmanda, who is a Srishti Karaka in that Brahmanda, whose lifespan is lakhs of years compared to the human. But that's only one Brahmanda, one Brahma Deva. I like that Ananta Koti Brahmandas are there. And put together all those Brahma Devas Ananda is also nothing compared to the Brahmananda. So you look at an ocean, how big it is. I have small wave of water on the shore, how much it is. That much is the Brahma Devas Ananda. If that is of Brahmananda kitna hoga. And that Brahma Deva Ananda, which is very small in the infinite Brahmananda, also is not ordinary. It is 100 times more, 100 times more, 100 times more, 100 times, 100 times. 7 or 8 things are told. So for everything, you have to add 2 zeros. You do the calculation because you are the mathematician. You all are students, no? मेरे को क्या आता है सब. Okay. Now the first thing was, what is a complete ananda of a one human being is, we saw yesterday, yuvasyat. He should be young, not a very child of 14-12 years. युवा 20-25 साल के बीच में, not the old 30-35 होते बुढ़ापा आता है हमको. युवा स्यात. Second, sadhu yuva is full of good pure heart. Adhyayaka, he has studied all the shastras. Yuva syat sadhu yuva adhyayaka. Then ashishta is full of ambitions, not a dull lazy fellow. And drudishta, very strong in resolutions and firmness. Balishtaha, we have got all the strengths. So Yuva, Sadhiyuva, Adhyayakaha, Asishtaha, Dhrudishtaha, Balishtaha. 6 things. The seventh is important. Tasya, of that one youngster, Yam Prithvi Sarva. The entire earth is only his. With Vittasya Purna, with all the wealth of all sorts filled in this Prithvi. Wealth of all eatables are there, wealth of all clothes, wealth of all ornaments, wealth of all enjoyables, wealth of all the buildings, vehicles. So इस सबको वित्त कहते हैं, the mobile and immobile property. The whole earth's all mobile and immobile property completely under the disposal of this one yuva, who is yuva, sadhu yuva, adhyayakaha, ashishtaha, drishtaha, balishta. If that is there, that is called one एक्सपेक्टेड मैक्सिमम मनुष्य आनंद. एक मनुष्य के रूप में सबसे ज्यादा आनंद वहां हमको मिलेगा. कीप इट एज वन यूनिट. नाउ द सीक्वेंस स्टार्ट्स. अदर देन द मनुष्यास देर आर सम हायर बीइंग्स आल्सो. देयर बी आनंद इज 100 times more than this मनुष्य. Then unse 100 next, unse 100 next. Like that we are taken up to Brahmadeva Anand. That Brahmadeva Ananda is only this much. Then how much must be the Brahma Ananda? That I am going to tell you now. Only there are two things to be told. One, I tell you the sequence of it. Second is, in between two stages, the two words which the Shruti Mata uses, they are very crucial. आज नहीं हो पाया तो मैं कल उसको आपको बताऊं. ठीक है? 2 days will take it. So Sayeko Manusha Ananda understood. This is one Manusha Ananda. Where is Yuva, Sadhuva, Adhyayaka, Ashishta, Dhrudishta, Balishta, and Sarva Prithvi under his disposal with all its wealth. Yuva Sadhuva means hale, hearty, healthy, no disease, six pack, fall, sab kuch. So an ideal universe, no? The Miss Universe, Mr. Universe, he's a Mr. Universe. Then everything is with him. It is one Manushya Ananda. If that is so, now listen to the hierarchy of this. The 100 times multiplied with the Manushya Ananda is called as 1 unit of Manushya Gandharva Ananda. Very clear now? Then 100 times Manushya Gandharva Ananda is equal to 1 Deva Gandharva Ananda. Add 2 zeros now. 1 Manushya Ananda. 2 zeros add करो तो मनुष्य गंधर्व आनंद हो गया. Now 100 times more than Manushya Gandharva Ananda is Deva Gandharva Ananda. Add 2 more zeros. 100 times more Ananda than that of Deva Gandharvas is Pitrunam Chiraloka Lokanam Ananda. Pitruloka Devatas Ananda. Add 2 more zeros. 100 times more than that's Pitruloka Chiraloka Ananda is called as Ajana Jana Devas are there. Their Ananda. That all will be there in Purana Itihas. 100 times more happy than the Ajana Jana Deva is Karma Deva Ananda. 100 times more than the Karma Devas are the Devats, their Ananda. 100 times Ananda more than the Devatas is Indraka Ananda, one Indra. 100 Indras Ananda is equal to the Guru of the Devatas, Brahaspati Ananda. 100 times more than Brahaspati Ananda is Prajapati Ananda. 100 times more than Prajapati is one Brahma Devas Ananda. And that Brahma Deva Ananda is a splash of water compared to the Parabrahma Ananda. Ab dekho. This comes in our 3-4 Upanishads. This is the first point. Second is what? From one to go to the next level. है ना? मनुष्य से मनुष्य गंधर्व, मनुष्य गंधर्व से देव गंधर्व, देव गंधर्व से पितृलोका पितृलोका चिरलोकानाम आनंद, then ajana jana deva ananda, then karma deva ananda, then deva ananda, then indra ananda, brahaspati ananda, prajapati. To reach to each one of them, lot of yajnas, upasanas we have to do. That is one technique. Another technique is what? At every level, If I study the Shastra and identify myself with the subtler being and give up all the desires from my mind and thus purify my heart physically without going into the next life, wherever I am there only I get that Ananda. So मनुष्य को बहुत उपासना करने से मनुष्य गंधर्व बनेगा. Then he can get that 100 times Ananda. But without doing all the upasanas to become Manushya Gandharva, being at Manushya level only, when this Manushya studies Shastra, lifts his identity to higher level and gives up the desires without becoming Manushya Gandharva, he will get that Ananda. Again from that Deva Gandharva. So one side is doing Yajna Yaga Upasana and going into the next 100th level of Ananda. Second one is my purifying heart, freeing it from the desires, lifting our identity from gross to the subtler. Then also we get the Ananda. Two options. So that is what is the entire chanting. So today I will chant once, tomorrow also I will chant once so that you get a clarity. पूरा हम पढ़ेंगे. Whole अनुवाक, the maximum अनुवाक. ॐ युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्टो दृढिष्टो बलिष्ठः तस्येयं पृथ्वी सर्वा वित्तस्य पूर्णा स्यात् स एको मानुष आनन्दः. After this yesterday we saw. Now from there ते शतं मानुष आनन्दाः स एको मनुष्य गन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते ये शतं मनुष्य गन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः स एको देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते ये शतं देवगन्धर्वाणामानन्दाः स एकः पितॄणां चिरलोकलोकानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते ये शतं पितॄणां चिरलोकलोकानामानन्दाः स एक आजानजानां देवानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतमाजानजानान् देवानामानन्दाः स एकः कर्मदेवानां देवानामानन्दः ये कर्मणा देवानभियन्ते श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं कर्मदेवानां देवानामानन्दाः स एको देवानामानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं देवानामानन्दाः स एक इन्द्रस्यानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतम् इन्द्रस्यानन्दाः स एको बृहस्पतेरानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते शतं बृहस्पतेरानन्दाः स एकः प्रजापतेरानन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य ते ये शतं प्रजापतेरानन्दाः स एको ब्रह्मण आनन्दः श्रोत्रियस्य चाकामः तस्य. And that Brahmananda is only this much. So how many zeros you see? Manusha to Manusha Gandharva 2. Manusha Gandharva to Deva Gandharva 2. 4. From there Chiralokanam 2. 6. From there Ajana Jana Deva 8 zeros. Then from there Karma Deva 10 zeros. Devata Ananda is 2. 12 zeros. Indra Ananda 14 zeros. Brahaspati Ananda 16 zeros. प्रजापति आनंद 18 zeros. ब्रह्मदेव का आनंद 20. मतलब एक के बाद आफ्टर वन इफ यू पुट 20 zeros and all of that is Manusya Ananda into multiplied is one Brahmadeva's Ananda. One Manusya Ananda into one with 20 zeros is equal to Brahmadeva Ananda, and that Brahmadeva Ananda is only this much compared to Brahmananda. And that Brahmananda we get when we become Shrotriya and Akamahata. That's how we study in Geetha also. Kamyanam Karvanam Nyasam Sannyasam Kayovid. To study a Vedanta, when you know the self, your bliss is more than millions of Brahmadevas put together. Because उन सबका जितना भी उनका भी रिटायरमेंट होता है वो भी दुखी होंगे, ऐसा होता है. So aim at that Brahma Tattva Ananda first. Then what is it? How to study, how to understand? Spend not one life, 10 life लगाना पड़ता है, but it is worth it. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Same thing I'll tell tomorrow. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate Sri Ramacharita Manasa Panchama Sopana Sundara Kanda So yesterday we saw in Sundarakanda, Sitaji says with all meeting, beta, all monkeys are like you, only chochmal. Because Jatudana ati bala bhatavano. More hृदय परम संदेह. I have very doubt, fear that बेचारे तुम लोग मेरे वास्ते आकर लड़ते हुए राक्षसों से हम मर जाओगे. All Vanaras are very small, like you. He says, yes, they are like me, but not small. But you are looking small. I am looking small. I am not small. I have a siddhi to become small. This is what is my form. Huge form Hanumanji takes. Wonderful, isn't it? Ki, what was the topic yesterday? Ki, निशिचर मारि तो हिलई जई हही तिहु पुर नारदादि जसु गई हही है सुत कपि सब तुम ही समान जातु धान अति भट बलवान मोरे हृदय परम संदेह सुनि कपि प्रगट कीन्हि निज देह कनक भूधराकार शरीर समर भयंकर अति बलवीरा सीता मन भरोस तब भयउ पुनि लघु रूप पवन सुतलयउ सीता मन भरोस तब भयउ पुनि लघु रूप पवन सुतलयउ सुनु माता शाखा मृग नहीं बल बुद्धि विशाल प्रभु प्रभु प्रताप ते गरुड़हि खाई परम लघु ब्याल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय साधुनाथ महाराज की जय. So she expressed her doubt. Okay, you are small, all Vanaras are small, Rakshasas are so big. Then Kanaka Bhudharakara Sharira. He became like a huge golden mountain. Then Samara Bhayankara. He has shown how will he be when there is a yuddha. So that ferocious face, that holding the fist in the hand, and that type of form he showed. लाइक अ बॉडी बिल्डर भी ना, और उसको दिखाओ बोले तो वो ऐसा ऐसा करके दिखाएगा ना, टू शो दैट जब युद्ध की जरूरत होती है, आई इन्वोक ऑल माय स्ट्रेंथ एंड गिव यू भूसा. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ समर भयंकर. अति बल वीरा, अत्यंत बल एंड वीरता एंड भयंकरता. All of that when Hanumanji showed to Sita ji, Sita mana bharosa bhayahu. Then she got the bharosa faith that they can match with these Rakshasas to fight. Then Puni Lagarupa Pavanasudalayo. Then Hanumanji took the small form because his purpose is to talk to Sita and go back. So you also, I also must have infinite power inside. Need not be expressed every time. Wherever it is required, we have to show it. Now Hanumanji's humbleness, which alone protects every one of us from our own arrogance and inadvertence. Humbleness removes arrogance, arrogance avoids inadvertence. When there is no humbleness, in the arrogance, we become inadvertent, we commit mistakes. And with all the facilities, conveniences, we only destroy ourselves. Therefore, Hanumanji, with all his power, ability, judgment, still is so humble. What he says is a fact. And what is the fact? Sunu Mata. Oh, mother, please listen. Already in these 2, 3 Doha, he said to Sita ji, mother, mother, 6, 7 times. Suno Mata, Saka Murga, where all the Murgas, the animals who are on the branches, the monkeys are called Shaka Murga. Nahi Bala Buddhi Vishala. We don't have Bala or Buddhi Vishala. Thoda sa hi hai. He has shown her form. His form he has shown to her. As she is trying to feel confidence that the Vanaras are very powerful. Now he is removing that notion from her mind and from his own mind. That he can or the Vanaras can have the strength independently. No. They say, Nai Bala Buddhi Nijdana. They are not the abode of Bala Buddhi Vishala. Then I'll give you an example. Aap samajh lo. He gives only example. What is it? Prabhu Pratapate. When the Lord Rama's grace and blessings is there, you know what happens? Khai, Garuda hi khai parama lagu vyala. You know, the Garuda Pakshi is so big, so huge, so powerful it is. And to that Garuda Pakshi, big, big serpents, hundreds and hundreds of them, are the food every day. Oh, Garuda. उस गरुड़ समान बड़े पक्षी को भी a small insect also can eat away. That Garuda when Bhagwan's कृपा is there. So प्रभु का कृपा है तो परम लघु व्याला very small serpent also खाई can eat the Garuda which eats all big serpents otherwise. And don't we see that in our own life? Such a huge human body like a Garuda only. And what are the bacteria, virus, etc. in us? Parama laghu vyala. Single cell organisms they are. But are they not enough to infect us, create fear in us? And कोई तो वो infection से बंदा मर भी गया. What is the size of the cancerous cells or any other infection? Very small, those whatever they are called, microbes. बट प्रभु प्रताप है अब प्रभु कृपा हो गई तो उनमें भी इतनी शक्ति होती है कि वो गरुड़ को भी खा सकते. So by that he says, yes, we are strong, we do everything, but none of that strength is ours. It is Bhagwan's only. That's the glory of Hanumanji. You know, it is for himself also not to become egoistic and to tell others also. In this world, many people will come to help you in life, but all of that is by God's grace. So keep Lord first. Like if I do some help to you, you may tell Swamiji thank you, but I must tell you back, अरे बाबा ये भगवान की कृपा है. Always we have to say. When you help to me, I'll tell you, बेटा thank you, you have done help. Then you must say, स्वामी जी ये आप समझ में आ गया आपको कि मैंने आपको हेल्प किया इसलिए कल से आप मेरे को नमस्कार करो. ऐसा मत कहना. You must say प्रभु की कृपा भयो सब काज. So प्रभु प्रतापते गरुड़ ही खाई परम लघु व्याला. If the God's blessing is there, small little thing can destroy the big ones also. So we are all like a Lagu Vyala and all Rakshas may be Garuda. But हम उनको खत्म करेंगे because Prabhu Shakti is there. That will come because we devote to him. हो गया. अब टुमारो वाला सुंदर ये चौपाइयां दोहा कल ही पढ़ेंगे वेर शी ब्लेसेस हनुमान जी अजर अमर गुण निधि सब हो जाओ. हनुमान जी ऐसे देखते हैं. He never takes all the blessings. Finally when she says may you continue to be Rama Bhakta all the time, then he feels happy. This is what the boon I want. What will I do with all other things? उनको ना भुक्ति चाहिए ना मुक्ति चाहिए. भगवान का भक्ति चाहिए. दैट इज द ग्लोरी ऑफ हनुमान जी. टुमारो विल लर्न. ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति मापनुयात् शांत उच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यानुमोच्येत तस्तोमा सद्गमय तमसोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. दर्शन गुरुदेवता कृपा ओम. ओम बोलो समस्त युवा मंडल की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. Yes, don't leave these classes. Thank you.